Hi. If you looked at my videos, you'll see that I unboxed this one a little while ago. It was sent to me by the publishers to review. I was hoping to get it read before it came out, but I've been reading the bookers and it sort of slipped off. It came out at the end of August, so I'm only a few days out. But historical fantasy is not my bag. It's not my go-to. If I'm looking through bookshelves, it's the shelf I always walk by. So I wasn't sure what I was going to make of this one. But to be totally honest, I was surprised. Yes, pleasantly surprised. We're in 1538. And Cristobal de Varga, Capitan Cristobal de Varga, is leading his group of conquistadors. They've sacked Machu Picchu, and they're on a quest now to find the hidden Incan city of Vilcabamba, which is being led by Manca Inca, and it's reputed to have mountains of gold. So this is where they are aiming for to get this gold. And although de Varga is fictional, we do have the basis of history here with sort of the conquistadors and the Incans. But then we move into fantasy. We move into the realms of fantasy. Because the group passed through this entrada into this other world where the skies are crimson. De Varga calls it Nueva Tierra. And now, from being conquerors, they are now in unfamiliar territory. And they have to work their way through this strange land because the entrada that they walked through to get there, they can't go back. There's no way back through it. So they've got to find another way to get back home. And it's almost sort of turning the tables because de Varga and his conquistadors, from being conquerors, colonizers who were looking to defeat the Incans, to take their golds and lands and turn them to Christianity, suddenly now the conquerors find themselves under attack. And they find themselves caught up in this ongoing battle between two warring beings, cultures. The author draws on folklore of the Andes and of Spain for these otherworldly cultures. And he plays with the idea of good and evil. I love the world building in this. I was totally, I did enjoy the world building in this. And I was never quite sure where I was going to end up, which is good because, if a novel's predictable, you're almost going through the motions, aren't you? You're reading it, but you know it's going to come. But I was never sure where I was going to end up with this. Well, I didn't find it predictable anyway. And de Varga, he does come across as a good man. But he's not so ruled by the ambition of gold. He wants to be remembered. He wants to be remembered like Cortez and Pizarro before him. He wants people to know him. And some of the choices he makes on his travels. They might always be good, but his main aim for the bulk of this is to get his men back home, to find a way out of this other world for his men. I enjoyed it. Does de Varga do what he sets out to do? You'll have to read it, because I'm not going to tell you, because it would spoil it, and I hate reading books while I already know the endings. And because I don't like to read a book where I know the endings, I'm sure that you don't want to read a book where you know the ending either. Because if you know the ending, what's the point? So I'm not telling you whether de Varga achieves his aim or not. But the cover, you've got, there's your Entrada, there's the way into the other world. Or is it the way out? No, I think this is the way out of the other world, because we're in a realm of red skies here. So, yes, Conquist by Dirk Strasser. Historical fantasy, I would think you'd call it. And yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. So, happy reading. Take care.